Do you know what most of the people thought I was today when I was wearing this?
What?
They thought I was a dinosaur.
Yeah, that's what I thought when we bought that.
Until they saw my tail.
Yeah. Wanted to pretend she was a mama dragon.
I am the mother of dragons.
That's what she said.
No, that's what I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Halloween! Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween. As you are all excited to go trick-or-treating tonight for the spook.
Totally! Hi guys, you are here for another fantastic Tuesday training. And in case you're not paying attention to the calendar, today is October 31st, Halloween.
Ooh.
I, of course, went as the mother of...
the dragons.
The dragons. All right, now you just have to be still and be calm because now I'm gonna talk, okay? Okay.
Tell me when to talk.
Just sit there and look cute. That's all you gotta do. That's what I pay you for.
I actually don't pay me.
Oh. Last day! I've reminded my team I have a fantastic, super cool Jacqui Get Active incentive going on with my direct team. So those of you on my direct team, boom, you have a few hours left to get in on that incentive. For more details, of course, go to our team page and you can check out that video. So we're here, it's the end of the month. If you guys are still closing out orders, hey, it happens to the best of us. I always try to encourage to close out hopefully on the day before the last day of the month, but I can say from my own perspective, I have had to close out on the very last day of the month, sometimes like at the 11th hour. It just worked out that way. Obviously, I don't plan it that way. I never recommend it that way because those of you who have tried to do it in the past or have been a consultant for a while, you know that the last day of the month is always that hectic month, right? For those of us who have teams and who are leaders, we're watching those numbers. We're trying to see if any promotions are happening on the last day. Today's the last day, and I had one of my direct frontline, Marianne, hit certified. So you know what? It can happen even on the last day of the month. That's right, you can promote even on the last day of the month. We're watching for those things to happen. Some of us are having to place last minute orders. I was supposed to be closing out an order today, but life happened. So it's not gonna end up closing out today, which, wah, wah. I mean, that's okay, but would have been awesome, but that's okay. We're gonna push it into November. And hey, you know, you never know. We've got the bath bombs that are dropping like a bomb tomorrow on November 1st. So, woo woo, it's gonna be super exciting. For those of you who haven't yet been catching up on the Scentsy bombs that are coming, the bath bombs, they're gonna be available in 3 amazing fragrances. Amazon Rain, Luna, and Jammy Time. Starting out with that row of 3 scents I think is fantastic because when I think of relaxation, those are 3 of the scents I would totally go for. So Scentsy, of course, knows what they're doing. The marketing people have it down, the fragrance people have it down, so hats off to all of them for knowing what we want. I do foresee that we will probably be getting more fragrances, but please remember that the Scentsy bath bombs are only available in limited quantities as they're rolling this product line out.
For all of you out there watching this, pay attention! Pay attention!
You need to be getting in your customer orders as soon as you receive them, okay? Simply because we are in limited quantities of this product. That means that at any time they could go on back order. They very well might sell out. Who knows? We don't quite know the specifics yet. So until we do, plan for the worst, hope for the best, okay? So just keep that in mind. Let your customers know. So if you've got a VIP page, if you've got a Facebook fan page, your Instagram, your Twitter, whatever your social platforms are, get on them, let your customers know, okay? Because it's better to let them know ahead of time than to get them all excited and then disappointed if a product is on back order or ends up selling out. So just let them know. Transparency in our business is really one of the things that sets Scentsy apart. So we are good stewards of the independent Scentsy consultant name. So we are going to be very informative with our customers and our hosts, and they're going to know as much as we can to let them know of what's going on. As we close out this fantastic month of October, I don't know about any of you, but we're rolling into the November month, people, okay? This is beginning to be crunch time. We are officially in holiday mode, okay? Going from tonight forward, it's holiday mode. So switch the switch on over into holiday mode now. This is when you want to start really preparing. I've been doing this for a while now as an independent consultant, and I can tell you that a lot of times, at least in my personal history, December has always just been a slower month. For me, it has a lot to do with the fact that I do spend a lot of time with my family, and so we have stuff going on. And as an owner of my own business, I prepare for that and I plan around that. Some of you may have the same thing. So you may have traditions, holiday, religious preferences, things like that that are happening in your lives. That's okay, okay? I don't want you guys to feel pressured during the holiday season. None of us need any more stress, okay? So take some time. It's gonna be November 1st tomorrow. Take some time. You now have a whole month to plan for December. So if that means you know that you're not gonna be able to do home parties or what have you because you're traveling or you've got things going on that you need to do, then plan accordingly. And I'm gonna help you out with this because November we're really gonna push and we're gonna really work on trying to build those November sales, and we're really gonna work on booking our December calendar. So that's kind of where this focus is gonna lie. So this week and next week, so if you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Subscribe now. And that way you won't be missing any of the updates. I'm gonna try and keep you guys on point.
Let's talk about November.
What is the one major holiday in November? Who knows?
Halloween.
No, that would be today, October 31st. What happens in November? What is the holiday that comes after Halloween?
Thanksgiving.
Excellent. You get a point.
Yes.
Thanksgiving happens.
Yeah.
And if you guys haven't yet thought about Thanksgiving, and some of you may be sitting out there going, well, Jacqui, what are you talking about? I got stuff going on with my family around Thanksgiving. And of course, I do not want you guys to, again, stress around a holiday. I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to food and entertaining and everything else, it's already a little stressful. So I really pre-plan a lot of my things. And in order to try and alleviate some of the stress that I usually put on myself, is to plan for it. So today we're going to be talking about turkey trots. So here's how it plays out. So we all know that around Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving, maybe even the week after, because some of us go shopping around that time. So a lot of us have family coming in town. Maybe we're going out of town to visit family. Either way, you're usually surrounded by friends, family, whether they be by blood or whether they are the family you choose. Or love. That's sweet. I love that. So however your family is built, you guys are going to be spending time with them, and not only you, but your customers and your hosts as well. Do you have some people out there who would be interested in earning free and half-price Scentsy right before the holidays?
Me.
Yeah, me too. So we want to host, right? So talking about a turkey trot, we're around our family, we're around our friends. This is the time that you can start talking to those customers and say, hey, Thanksgiving is coming up, a great holiday. Are you going out of town? or you having people come in town. Regardless if you're hosting or going to some, or some of us go to more than one Thanksgiving dinner, you're around a bunch of people who hopefully you like and you love and you enjoy spending time with. And what is everybody doing when the cooking is happening?
We have fun, the kids have fun, and the parents talk, and then when it's feast time, so before we feast our Thanksgiving food, we say our prayers.
That's right. And we talk about everything that we're thankful for throughout the year and the year to come. So while everybody's cooking, while everybody's around talking, while the kids are playing,
Yes.
the adults, we can actually share Scentsy. We can get them into talking Scentsy. And again, those people who maybe haven't ever even thought about hosting or just don't enjoy it, this is a really great way to talk to them about, I mean, like I said, we're coming upon the holidays, right? Either they're gonna want Scentsy for themselves and they don't wanna spend extra money because they're already shopping for everybody else on their list, or they still have people on their list that they wanna get Scentsy for. So what better way than to host a party and earn it for free and half price? So Thanksgiving is the perfect reason. So talking about trotting turkeys, I'm gonna give you guys some examples of the different ways that I do this. Basically what a turkey trot is, or at least how I do a turkey trot, is I set up parties on the go for people. And I even do this for people who are like, yeah, I don't wanna host a party, I'll take it with me and I'll collect some orders. Awesome. I'm still gonna go ahead and I'm gonna think positively, and I'm still gonna set up a party for them, and I'm still gonna set them out the door with one, simply because you never know what happens, right? When people are sitting around eating, talking, sniffing testers, they're gonna start getting excited, and lo and behold, you end up getting some orders because, again, other people are also thinking about buying for the holidays or themselves, like me. So a turkey trot is just that. I'm kind of giving them a party on the go. You can kind of work this around depending upon your customer, your host. There's different ways to do this too if you've got somebody who's long distance. You guys are pretty familiar with the way that I run my business probably by now, and a lot of it is social media, and a lot of it is out of state for me. So for a lot of the parties that I do, they're either online. I'm shipping all of that out so that way they have everything they need to host. And then, of course, I still set up like a Facebook event so customers can contact me, I can answer questions, I can help keep things active. But a turkey trot really revolves around that on-the-go party. So I'm gonna show you guys 4 different ways of setting that up. First off, I'm gonna start out the really easy way, and I'm gonna show you, if you guys haven't already seen these great bags, they are sold in the Scentsy family store. This is truly the party on the go bag. Now, in this, I believe it already comes with a full set of testers, but this is truly a party in a bag. This thing opens up, you've got pockets for everything, you've got a great place for your testers, more catalogs, brochures, order forms,
pictures,
and I always throw,
smells.
yeah, I always throw in bars just because I like them to be able to see the product that they're buying. And for people who are not familiar with Scentsy and I talk to them about a bar, or I'm not with them and this is running around on its own, having a babysitter with it, and people are like, wait a minute, I've never heard of Scentsy. Like, Grandma, let me tell you about Scentsy. And you're gonna tell her about Scentsy, and you're gonna tell her about the warmers, and you're gonna tell her about how she needs bars to go with it, and she's gonna ask you, what the heck is a bar? So I like being able to have a bar in there. Plus, it's kind of my little way of letting the customers or the host know that they have an amazing way to kind of share the scent. I talk about this a lot, guys. We truly do not sell Scentsy, it sells itself. And the reason for that is because it smells amazing. People fall in love with our scents, right? Scents create memories. They remind us of things. They bring us joy and happiness and comfort and just all the feels, okay? So by being able to really put the scent in your customers' hands and your host hands, you're gonna start seeing a very wider increase in your sales. Convenient, on the go. And if you're like me and you're sending parties out, I will tell you that this little baby does fit in one of the USPS. If it fits, it ships boxes. So if you're looking for a way to be able to ship it securely and safely, that's totally the way to go. For some of my local customers and hosts, I like to send them a true basket party. You guys can find any shape, size, form of a basket probably anywhere you go. I believe I probably picked up a couple of these guys at my local craft store, but again, it's truly, I like it because it's truly a basket, and it kind of is a throwback in my eyes to a basket party. So I like to have fun with it. In this one, and again, it's just all the essentials that we would put anywhere else, right? So I've got brochures. Make sure you're putting in those holiday brochures and try and keep them updated if you can. If that's just a Sharpie, just Xing through and just say a sold out and a little sad face. That's what I do. And it also is a reminder to let people know that the products that are inside that brochure are limited quantities. So while they last, they're able to get those. So sometimes that kind of helps with getting those orders in for those items. But again, it all comes down to the basics. And this one, I've got samples of lotion, you know, getting the scent in people's hands. So, you know, I make sure I've got samples in there. I told you guys, I put a bar in everything. This one's kind of more of a self-care basket, is kind of how I originally set it up. It also had some laundry liquid in here, but I ended up having to sell that. Hand cream in Lucky and Love, because it's one of the best scents ever. A room spray. It has dryer disc. It has washer whiffs in here. What else is in here? Oh, business cards, because those are important. A pen, always important.
You can use any pen you want.
I've got some Scentsy Go brochures, and I like to use the showcase brochures instead of catalogs when I'm doing parties like this. So this is option number 2. Like I said, I do this more for my local people, because obviously this is a little bit harder to ship, right? So, I mean, it's doable, but why? So this is a local basket party. Option number 3 happens to be my tried and true pouch party. I love the pouch parties. If you guys have followed any of my videos, you know that Jacqui's business is driven via pouch parties. Yep. You can get any kind of pouch. It doesn't have to be fancy. I actually picked these up at the Target dollar spot because we go there once a week and Mama likes to shop there.
We go to Target every single Friday and we kind of love it.
So the pouch party is truly my favorite method of transportation when it comes to pouch parties or parties on the go. Again, I use the USPS. If it fits, it ships. I can usually use this in the hard letters, or I'm sorry, legal size, if it fits, it ships, envelopes. So I save a little bit of money on shipping that way. But I really, really enjoy the pouch parties. Again, grab the pouches anywhere, just look in like the school supply section. You'll find tons of pouches. Same stuff goes in here. But this one, like this one's got a couple scent circles. It's got a bar. It's got a lot of testers, pen, showcase brochures. There's still samples in there. You can see those on the back. Order forms. Yeah, there's lotion samples. All that. Again, all the good stuff. All included. All they gotta do is carry this with them when they go to their Thanksgiving feast. And now the 4th option. And I'm gonna be totally honest with you because we're friends. For those of you starting out, or those of you who just don't have a lot of money to put into maybe buying baskets, even just buying pouches, You know, sometimes those kind of things can add up. And when you're just starting your business, or you don't have a large budget to work with when you're talking about supplies for your business, then guys, there is no shame in the game of using a tried and true Ziploc baggie, okay? I will tell you, I use this method for doing pouch parties when I first started, and for quite a while until I actually like got some pouches, right?
Yep.
And this works just as well. It's very stable because, I mean, well, depending on the brand you get, but I do spend and get the Ziploc brand, but you can truly get any brand that you want, whatever you trust, and you put it in here. Now you can see I've just decorated mine with just some, this is like larger washi tape. But you can decorate it any way you want. If you want to put some big stickers on here with a turkey, have your kids make some turkey designs and stick them on the bags. Who cares, right? You can replace these.
Yeah.
But it's a really great container to be able to hold the stuff that we need for those parties, right? And especially when we're talking about turkey trots, guys, how many of these can I get circulating in a month?
100.
Maybe. But I can tell you that I have before done 10. And I've actually put it out there and been like, hey guys, I got 10 of these. I need you to start claiming them. And so I literally just ship them out, ship them out, ship them out, hand them out, wherever I'm at. Because they're very quick and easy to put together. Again, you can dress it up if you want, but it's not necessary. I even have like some little confetti down here on the bottom just to, again, dress it up pretty. But that's cheap, right? So in here, and what I also like to do because it's nice and big is, again, using my showcase brochures. I'm thinking smarter about my business budget, right? Showcase brochures. Of course, I've got my business cards back there. Scentsy Go brochures. Instead of using catalogs, guys, you will, if you know me, you know that I am very budget savvy when it comes to my business. So I rely a lot on these showcase brochures and the product list because it's easier on my budget and I'm able to spend more of that budget on other fun stuff to put in these bags. So instead of buying all the catalogs, and I did that for quite some time, and it was like, man, I'm spending a lot of money on business supplies. I want to cut back. And so by getting the showcase brochures and using the product lists, it saves me a ton in my budget for my business. But again, everything is in here just like with all the other options. I've got like 2 bars in there. I've got a room spray. I've got samples in there. Order forms, the holiday brochures are in there, a pen is in there, it's all ready to go. Scent samples, of course, because why? We want them to smell it. And in these, depending on how many I'm putting out, like I said, if I'm putting out like a whole bunch, I will usually limit these to like 5 to 7 testers per bag. If I'm just doing like maybe 5 for the month, then I'll put more in there. It just kind of depends. And it also just kind of depends on what you might have on hand. Again, for those of you who are just starting out, you may just be still running on your starter kit contents, and that's okay because there's not a requirement to include every single scent when you put out a party, okay? Just try and pick out some of those favorites or put together maybe a collection. Maybe it's Jacqui's top 10 scents to try, and maybe I'm picking 10 testers to put in this bag. They can be the party testers if you haven't yet transferred over to the mini testers. I personally like the mini testers because, again, easier on the budget, but they're a lot easier to actually put into the pouches, right? These little mini testers are easier. So when that budget starts to creep up there and you're able to play with it a little bit more, start investing in those mini testers. You'll thank me because you're gonna start putting out more parties this way. So 4 different options. We've got truly a Ziploc bag party, okay? You don't have to call it that. You can call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
I use these really for the turkey trots, and I also will do a snowball sling or something. I can't remember what I called it last year. And so I do the same thing for around the holiday in December. So you've got this one, which is really easy. Again, you can get multiples of those up super quick and fast. and very inexpensive. You've got your traditional pouch. You've got your OG basket party to go for your local. And you of course have the Scentsy branded party on the go. So there's 4 different ways to get those circulating. Even if you just have one of each, that's 4 parties that you can get going in November without anything, right? Get them out the door, talk to people, get them into taking them with them to their Thanksgiving feasts, and you're gonna be able to see that you're gonna get some of those extra orders that you may not have gotten. And then we're gonna talk about this more, but what I want you to do when you get it back, I want you to follow up with all those great new customers you're gonna find. And they may be customers in different states. Remember, you've got people going out of town, people coming in town. So you wanna start building those relationships, okay? So we're gonna be talking about follow-ups in some of the weeks to come. So pay attention, again, subscribe, and you'll be very happy that you did.
So who's ready to talk turkey?
Me! So I want you guys to get excited. We've got a whole fresh new month ahead of us. Congrats to those of you who have promoted. Congrats to those of you who hit your goal for October. And congrats to those of you who didn't hit your goal for October. Because even though you didn't hit your goal, guys, it happens. Not every month is gonna be the best month. Not every month you're gonna hit the goal you set out to hit. What matters is that you are putting time, you're investing in you, you are working on growing a business. That business does not grow overnight. Those customers don't appear overnight. You have to work to get those customers. And by just continuing to do the things that you're doing, like investing in the time to sit down and just watch this video, you are investing in yourself. And in turn, you're going to start reaping the rewards because your business is going to start standing out from the others. So stand out from the crowd. Be you. It's Halloween, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get done here. We're gonna probably eat some dinner. We're gonna wait for it to get a little bit darker, and then we're gonna go and do some trick-or-treating. So, hope you all have a great and safe Halloween. Hope you get great amounts of candy.
Yep.
And
as always, thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit that bell button, and don't forget to watch all her other videos and give this video to 102,017 likes.
that's a lot. All right, so until next week, peace, love, happiness.
And Scentsy. Bye.
Bye.